What's good in the world, y'all? Arwahedo back. We back for real this time. I'm sorry it's been a minute, but we're back, and what a better way to get back into it than a massive trade. It finally happened. There's no other way to say it but to get right into it, y'all. Giannis Antetokounmpo is finally no longer a Buck. He's now a Miami Heat. Blockbuster deal consisting of Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis headed to the Heat for Tyler Hero, Kel'el Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Kasparas Jonas, 3 firsts, a pick swap, and a second. And that's just a super long-winded way of saying, damn, Milwaukee, y'all finally did it. Y'all held out, and it was worth it. It was worth every bit of the wait for Milwaukee, man. Wow, did they hit the reset button. Tyler Hero, not as young of a guard as he once was, but still a younger guy. Can score the ball. A little bit more like a combo guard kind of guy. Not really sure where he fits into their long-term future. But they get Kel'el Ware, Jaime Jaquez, and Kasparas Jonas. 3 younger guys, all playing different positions. All can play today. As well as developing, not really winning a ton of games probably, but they could still stay, relatively competitive in a little bit of a weaker East, at least towards the bottom. And then, man, that draft capital, there's no doubt about it that draft capital is what they were holding out for. And I know when you trade for a guy as good as Giannis, it's so easy to be like, oh, those picks are going to be bad, all that stuff. But, wow, I mean, wow, they gave up so much, for Giannis, and I'm sure that neither of these teams are quite done just yet, but they gave up 4 real rotational players for them, 3 important picks, including, number 13 this year is huge for them. They were gonna try to reload a little bit with that. Now they have to give that up and let Milwaukee further reload, and it just. I don't want to say I feel for the Heat because they're always getting a guy, and this is no different from any other time that they traded for a huge name or just acquired a huge name overnight. But wow, I shouldn't say it is no different though, because it is. They paid up. They paid every single penny, and. I'm happy for Milwaukee as a guy who's been at the losing end of Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks in the past. I can't help but be happy for their fans now. That's as good of a reset as you're going to get. You got a championship with the guy, MVP, years of relevancy as much as you're going to find in Milwaukee. And now they hit a huge reset with them. And then over to the Heat, man, I don't even know. It's going to be Davion Mitchell and Nikola Jovic, maybe Pele Larson, Portis, and Giannis. Bam's in there, of course. I can't believe I forgot about Bam on the first go-around, but, Bam's going to be in there. Portis probably off the bench, I'm assuming, and Pele at the 2. Do we finally see a full year of Davion Mitchell really getting to run the show for a team? That's going to be fun to watch, but, no way they're done, though. No way Miami acquires a guy like Giannis and then they go to bed happy every night that they got Bam, Giannis, and Pele Larson as a big 3. And, Arizona guy, U of A, I like Pele, but that's not going to be your 3rd best player on a team that's making a run for it, I don't think. And, I'd love to be wrong, but I don't think that's a very likely situation, And yeah, they're definitely not done having Jovic's contract on the books still. That's 4 years, $60 in total, and they're not trying to pay that. It'd be hard to find a team that's suiting for that, especially considering that they just gave away all their draft capital. And looking around the way that the league is right now, you kind of have to give up a pick to get off a contract. We just saw the Timberwolves trade back just to give up Julius Randle earlier today. And speaking of the Timberwolves, shout out Ayo Dosunmu. His massive contract. I had no idea he was looking down that kind of money, but good for him, man. Shout out the Bulls, always hooking somebody up. Shout out Kenny, man. Ayo Dosunmu, salute a Chicago guy. You love to see it. But man, like that's a huge deal, man. And within the last 48 hours, so much has transpired. You know, Jaylen Brown went on the trade block. It would kind of seem. Who's to say he doesn't find a new team after this? That's a huge deal for a guy that was just in MVP conversations, you know, 4 months ago. Like, what does that do for a guy's mental? He's like, I just took over the team for the year, and now you're trying to trade me? I mean, I understand that it's for Giannis, but guys in the NBA, they're very cerebral, especially with Jaylen. Jaylen Brown's no exception to that. He's a very cerebral guy, you know, Cal. I'd be shocked if he's not, you know, talking to his agent and, you know, wondering what happened, you know, to end up in rumors and real discussions, though, in the last 48 hours. You know, does he call JT and get to work in the lab? Are they in the gym, you know, already trying to right the wrongs of the postseason? Or is he looking over his shoulder, really looking like, man, are y'all shopping me still right now? And if I'm the Celtics, yeah, I gotta be shopping him because I already did, and it's known now. So we've got real talks to be done here. You know, we've really got to get into some things. And if he is gonna be a Celtic, what are we doing around? You know, what are we doing to get the ship right around JT and JB? Is JT right coming back? Is everything good in Boston? I don't think so right now. A couple of the names that they've been tied to, you know, Nick Claxton already got moved. You know, I heard a little, you know, background grumblings of a Bam deal before he got, or before Giannis got dealt to Miami. We'll see what kind of happens with that. You know, is Milwaukee good with that big man, and do they want to pair, you know, Giannis and Jaylen Brown? Does that become possible for them now? You know, I'm telling you, Miami's not done. Boston's going to go find a big man. I like Nemez Keita, but I don't think that they're comfortable with him being the only starting caliber big man on their team next year. I don't think that they consider Vooch a starting caliber big. So, yeah, lots going on around the league. Got the Ayo signing. Julius Randle trade was big today. Nick Claxton's a Bull now. So there goes my Mark Williams sign and trade video I was going to make. But yeah, if y'all made it this far, man, I really appreciate you guys. It's going to be my first video back in a little while. Working on a couple things around here. Working on lighting and stuff. This is a little late, so we just got the cool lighting, you know, last second kind of video, instant reaction. Let me know below what y'all think. If you made it this far, I appreciate you guys. Got a lot of big stuff coming down the week. Gonna get into streaming, gonna be back into streaming, gonna be on Arc Raiders with that. Probably won't be as much sports oriented, but if anything big happens while I'm on, I'll definitely be on top of that. But yeah, gonna be streaming, got some more videos coming down the line. Really appreciate you guys tuning in with me. Support means everything. Love you guys. Peace.